Rivet crew, happy Tuesday. Workout today, as you can see, is sort of broken up into two parts. We have a descending rep scheme of very moderately, quite lightly weighted deadlifts and box jumps, 30 of each, 20 of each, 10 of each. That's the first part of the workout, and that is immediately followed by the second part of the workout, which is an ascending rep scheme, 10, 20, 30 of kettlebell swings and rowing for calories. So we go down on two movements, get all that whole part done, and then we go up for two movements and get that whole part done. The entire workout today could be anywhere from like 14 to 20 minutes or so, something like that. Looking at the workout, we can see that it is very leg dominant, particularly posterior chain, right? Glutes and hamstrings are going to take not a beating, but they're going to be well used today, both particularly with our deadlifts and our kettlebell swings. So those two movements are going to kind of interfere with each other, as is the rowing and the box jumps. Very lower body oriented workout today. The weights, I would say, like the deadlifts, like I said, are on the lighter side. I would be more concerned about the volume of the reps than the weight of the reps today. It's going to be a bit of you're going to get some lactic acid buildup. It's going to burn. Be warned, those box jumps are going to feel a little clunky after doing the deadlifts. I don't know about you, but whenever I see deadlifts and box jumps in the same workout, I'm always like, oh, those box jumps are going to be tough. So be warned there. I'd say as far as like strategizing and trying to pace yourself going through the workout, the two weighted movements are probably good to break up on those. Have a plan going in how you're going to break up those sets, particularly the 30 and the 20. Those are pretty big sets, of course, for our deadlifts and our kettlebell swings. So have a plan going in how to break those up. And then the box jumps and the rowing for calories, let's think of those as just kind of more steady state stations where we're just moving and getting done. Don't really need to break those up. Let's kind of keep move, and get back to the weighted movement, and then break those up a little bit. Everything's on the lighter side today, as you can see. If you're on the fence as to whether I should go heavier or lighter on either of the weighted movements today, it's definitely go better to go lighter, just because we have a higher volume and a lot of interference with the legs today. Things to think about movement-wise, let's focus on the knees today. What are the knees doing? So, deadlifts and kettlebell swings, let's try to maintain vertical shins, right? As far as your knees are concerned, at any point during the kettlebell swing or the deadlift, you should be able to look down and see the knot in your shoelaces, right? If those knees travel too far forward and those knots disappear, oh, I can't see them anymore, then my knees have gone past that vertical position, right? A little bit forward of vertical is fine, but generally with both our deadlifts, right, we want vertical shins. And our kettlebell swings, we want vertical shins. All the movement should be in the hips. So pay attention to the knees, pay attention to keeping those shins vertical, pay attention to the fact of whether you can see your shoelaces or not, right? Keep those knees back in both our two weighted movements today. Box jumps. I've seen a little bit of this lately. You know who you are. I've probably spoken to you through one of my classes. We want to gently press those knees out when we jump and when we land, right? So when we're loading for the jump, it's very important that we don't do that. We don't want the knees coming in. This happens once in a while. I also see people load back real fine, but then as soon as they start to jump, the knees come in. So we want to gently press those knees out. And then same thing, we jump up on top of the box, we land, we want to have the knees gently pressed out, not here. So we never want knees going in. So pay attention to that when you're jumping today and when you're landing, which should look exactly the same, right? Jumping position, hips back, knees out. Landing position, hips back, knees out. And these are box jumps today, so we will fully extend the knees on top of the box before stepping back down again. And then finally, on the rower. When we row, right, we want to basically, when we're at the catch, we'll pretend I'm on the rower right now, the elbows should be, or the knees, I should say, should be rightly below the elbows, right? Do not press those knees out. It's common to see people trying to go and do a little too far in the catch or trying to overreach and they're pressing their knees out. You're not going to get as much power in your drive with those knees pressed out, right? Think about like, kicking the door in or crushing a can on the ground. We want to keep the knees sort of in line with the toes. So when we row, make sure the elbow's right there and the knees going straight in, straight out, keep it in line with the toe and the hip. All right, it's all about the knees today. And then, of course, I have a little interval work for our CrossFitters afterwards, little kind of sprint finisher on the bike. And that's all I got for you. Come in, get it done. It's Tuesday. Why not? Peace out. Be awesome.